Beautiful scenes of beautiful Bombo Beach, home of the 2017 Jeep World Junior Championships. It is 2018, but we're deciding last year's world champion. Will it be Joe Azuchi? He's the surfer in red we see on our screen right now. He's coming in hot from Japan. As he signs off on the inside, we're going to cross over to Ryland Rubens, who's from California and put together a really convincing performance yesterday afternoon. Surfers making their way out the back. Where exactly is the takeoff zone when they're surfing miles apart? Here goes Joe Azuchi.
Yeah, put his board up nice and vertical on that first section, and got through a bit of a flat section on the inside, and just went down on the final approach. 3.67
priority. And here's the replay of Ryland.
So you see, able to get that first turn in nice and speedy in the pocket. His wave also kind of flattened out, but he's able to put a bit of power, a bit of meat into that last turn, getting those fins released.
Conditions were atrocious, and yet somehow he went mad and locked in plenty of waves. Here's an interesting situation. Both surfers up on the same wave. They'll both get scored. They're not interfering with each other. Bang on his backhand. Joe Azuchi signs off. That was a big blast. Ryland's Rubens, well, he's not done just yet either. So they've done that.
I really do. It was a bigger wave. It stood up better on the bank down there. Square bottom, top turn combination. You can't get better surfing than that, especially in these small conditions. Maybe a little bobble on the ride out there, but it certainly was impressive. Certainly the biggest wave we've seen so far. And then we saw Ryland just trying to answer straight back. Just getting a little tag through that inside section, the wave fattening out. And Joe Azuchi.
Joe Azuchi. So Ryland Rubens sitting with second priority, chasing a 5.01, and here he goes. Big first turn. That was beautifully done. He's that was kind of a setup turn. He's aiming for this end section. One big blast still to come, and there it is. And rounds it out with a little rebound as well. So looking for a 5.01. The bulk of the points will be from that first turn. It was kind of a setup.
Over on the outside section, this is it over here. You see the wall stands up nicely for him. He's able to come square off the bottom and ping that one with a lot of spare and flare, speed and flare, should I say, and then it sort of fills up across his bank, so he's got to generate his own speed. To his credit, gets a little rebound off that white water, little direction change, and he's
5.5 minutes remaining. Here's the heat recap. Run us through it, Riggers.
Yeah, so Ryland Rubens has got the heat under wraps right now. He's found a few left-handers from the northern corner, and he's certainly made the most of those outside manoeuvres. Joe Azuchi, on the other hand, is looking nice and springy on his feet. This little wave particularly wasn't quite one that finished well for him going down, but the 7-point ride, what you're going to see now, the highest scoring wave of the heat on that bank. It's a bit further south. This is the money turn, big off the top. He gets a bit hung up on the second turn here, and hence that score not going quite excellent, but he's certainly within striking distance, only needing a 4.8. This is Ryland Rubens from the USA. Big opening snap here. I like the power that the surfer brings from San Diego. Despite the small conditions, he can still throw his tail around. A nice little direction change on the end here to give him the lead.
Almost,
in good waves it's kind of like easier, but yeah, so I think that's why, I don't know, but and he's a tough competitor too, and I mean everyone in this contest is really hard to beat, and I knew that everyone who would be with me in the heat would be really tough. So
left runner and done some damage. What are your thoughts, Brad?
Well, it's a great looking wave, and he gets that big maneuver straight out the gates, backs it up with the second. That's where he gets a little bit hung up. The power source of the wave just sort of drained out as it hits the inside bank here, and this is one of the problems that Joe's having, is just finishing off those waves strong, and with under 10 seconds remaining, he's going to get knocked out at this stage of the event.
Yeah, so there it is, the red jerseys. Well, this is 3 out of 4 heat wins in round 4. Unfortunately, Ryland Rubens, who surfed amazingly last night, has just been knocked out of the event by Japanese surfer Joe Azuchi.